I'm actually delighted to be here today to present Symetri's insights and findings before and after AU 2023. It's an exciting time for us, and I can't wait to share our expertise of Autodesk solutions to the attendees here today. I'd also like to introduce two other Symetri ACC Elite experts who have reviewed the latest updates throughout 2023. So let's dive into the world of Symetri and showcase these releases and updates. Today we're going to be discussing how these releases and upgrades streamline into assisting the data and collaboration within the industry. I myself will be focusing on the Docs and Collaborate evolution. Maria will be showcasing the progression of Autodesk Build, and Jonathan will be presenting the hidden gem of Autodesk Build, and that's cost management, something that people are totally unaware of. I'm going to go in and explore the Docs and Collaborate key features and updates of 2023. To those who are unaware of Autodesk Docs, what Steve mentioned earlier, it's the foundation stone, or as what I call it, the container ship that supports all of the Autodesk ACC modules like Takeoff, Build, Collaborate, and whatever Autodesk have to release moving forward, it'll all sit on top of Autodesk Docs. It is also included in the AEC collection as a feature to enhance your Autodesk experience. So let's take a look at the evolution of Docs. I don't know if any of you are familiar, but Project Alexandria was the very start of Autodesk Docs back in 2015. That in turn moved across then to when it was released in around 2016 as BIM 360 Docs. And as it progressed then, it came across a milestone because you had the likes of BIM 360 Field, BIM 360 Glue that were disjointed from BIM 360 Docs. So with that, Autodesk released Autodesk Docs back in 2019. That then had the ability then to integrate the other modules, as I've mentioned there, like Autodesk Build, Autodesk Takeoff, and Autodesk Collaborate. So here now is when it has progressed along a lot since those timelines, and with AU, with additional features and lots of added functionality onto the interface, it's now becoming a competitor, and which is starting to go ahead of other competitors in the market, particularly the naming convention. So that's something we'll talk about later on in the presentation. So here are some of the key features that Autodesk Docs has released to add value to the customer. What we can focus on here are the transmittals. Previously, you could only do files within the transmittals. With AU and a couple of months prior to that, they've released a feature that you can select folders, and whatever files that are embedded within the subfolders can form part of that transmittal. On the reviews, you have the ability to add optional reviewers, you can duplicate approval workflows, and you can also export the files out from reviews. Another feature on it as well is the NBS Uniclass classifications. They've updated to, you can decide which ones you want to use, and the naming convention then as part of your reviews, so you can streamline, and with the likes of the UK or the Irish annex, you can, or any customized naming standard that you want to adhere to or police on your common data environment, you can push that. With regards the files and exports, so on the Docs platform, if you're working or collaborating with a different interface, you have the ability now to export out markups and issues and even photos if you have the build platform, and attach them to your exported files. Another massive benefit I've seen here as well is that you have the ability to append your custom attributes. So for example, your what would be your naming convention, what I mentioned previous, in some cases they might be needed to upload into other common data environments, or maybe you want to have a suitability code attached to it. Another massive feature as well, excuse me, is having the ability to search. Search has come from just files to know that you can actually search and filter through file types, file statuses, custom attributes, even going down into content within a file. So if you have a PDF that has a certain text, it will search the whole entire common data environment and present to you what files are within the solution. You also have the ability to filter by who uploaded and then also within a certain time range. Another feature is with models, you have the ability to filter and delve into certain elements. So this is going to free up time for modelers. So if you want to isolate elements, you can filter it by using the model browser, which has been released there in the last couple of months. With Autodesk Docs, Bridge has been a game changer, and it's constantly being upgraded, and there were further changes released at AU. So Bridge, what it does is it takes over the job of someone having to download from one interface and upload into another. It reduces the manual process and allows you to connect different destination hubs. What it also can do is it can set an automation too as well.
Sean, sorry to interrupt you there, but just in terms of our customers, how can you see the Bridge has helped them or has benefited them?
Yeah, so one benefit would be if you were a document manager and your role is to download from one interface and upload into another. With this, you can just say, I want a certain folder and its contents to be automatically downloaded as even an archive solution on my interface, or you could work solely on your hub, and anytime your files are uploaded into that folder, it will upload into the client's common data environment.
That's great. So like it allows them to kind of store their information on their own hub, so they have control of their own information, while sharing.
Exactly, because there is that battle between who owns the data or who owns the files, and having this ability with Bridge will keep every party happy.
Yeah.
So these are some excellent features on the Docs platform that were released at AU and also released at a couple of months prior to it. So let's see what Symetri have added to assist this. I know that Steve mentioned and touched on this earlier with Richard, where we listen to the customer and we start to build up kind of utilize our own tech division to build solutions to assist our customers. So the scene here would be that you are a document manager, you have to transfer files from a BIM 360 environment or from an Autodesk Construction Cloud Docs environment into your own environment, or vice versa. You have to push from yours to the clients. What Nebula is it has the advanced search functionality that can search for certain file types. You can search for different folders. You can also have the ability to say if you're working on multiple projects, you can select and jump into those projects, apply and add your documents to a transfer. What that can do then as well is you can, by visually reviewing these and removing them if you make the wrong selection, you can, once you're happy with those files, you can select your destination folder. So with the destination folder, and when you're about to select it, you can transfer it now, or you can actually schedule it so that at a certain time or of the week that every file that's within these folders or sections within other projects will be transitioned across. It's something to note, the differences between Nebula and other solutions is you can transfer between US and EU servers using Nebula. You can also transfer between BIM 360 and Autodesk Docs, which Bridge has that small bit of limitation on, whereas Nebula has that feature to be able to transition and transfer files across. You can also, when you've completed your transfers, there's an actual log to present what transfers have been completed, what are scheduled, and which ones are within an active transfer process. So this kind of provides an easy view, and you can foresee your transfers as they're about to happen. So that's the kind of proving that Docs now is up as a real good competitor as a CDE. And how do we collaborate and interact within that? So to collaborate within that, we'd be presenting the Autodesk Collaborate solution, or as us techies call it, the ABC Pro or ABC, Autodesk BIM Collaborate. As what Steve mentioned before, it sits on top of document management, which is the foundation stone of the Autodesk Construction Cloud. It has the ability to automate clash detection, do your document management, and it assists the likes of the project managers, VDC engineers, or your BIM professionals globally. We get asked a lot, what or why would you use BIM Collaborate Pro? So BIM Collaborate Pro it's an extension of Collaborate, and it's used for all disciplines of a project. So it's used for Revit, for your buildings modelers, your MEP modelers, and your structural engineers. It's used for Civil 3D and Plant 3D for your piping and ISOs. All of these collaborative solutions are hosted on this new and improved Autodesk Docs environment. So let's see and have a look at how Collaborate has advanced throughout 2023 and what AU have released. So just to make people aware, Collaborate is broken into two sections. It's the design collaboration and model coordination. So with with design collaboration, it has the ability, it has introduced a smoother viewing engine. This is perfect when you're dealing with large numbers of models across a project. You also have the ability to filter between internal and external teams. And with Bridge, which I've mentioned before, you can allow externals to work on your hub as well without
Sean,
any progression. Sorry, Maria?
Sorry, yeah, just wondering, how does the Bridge work here with the models?
So we've seen cases before where someone might want to host their actual live Revit Cloud worksharing models in their own hub. They might have externals, subcontractors working on that, and might not want the client or contractor to be aware of their subcontractors. So what they do is they work away in their own controlled environment, and once they are happy with their Revit Cloud model or their Plant 3D model or Civil 3D model, they bridge that across. And you can see it there on your swim lanes within Design Collab that it has been a bridged model.
That's a
So
great
everyone
feature,
is everyone is winning, and everyone is it doesn't impact, because we've seen cases where once you mention Collaborate Pro, some disciplines will say no, we don't want to engage in it for some reason, whereas this is it's a more comfortable environment to work within. With regards to the issues, you have the ability to filter your issues, so it allows you to focus on your team issues, the work in progress issues, and even the Teams packages, all in the same module, where previously you had to move back into the issues module, apply your coordination filter. So this is all filtered in the one place here, down to even the date range and the discipline, and they can be exported out in BCF format if necessary. Changes have advanced as well, so you have the ability to automate your change analysis. So if you're focusing on key areas of a project, you can say, I'm working on a mechanical ventilation system at the minute. I want, at the coordination stage or the design collaboration stage, I want to be notified of any changes that are happening at these key areas of a project. So as soon as you open up the changes or even the design collaborate, you get a message to say there have been changes between different models because you specified the change analysis to occur on those models. Meetings as well have advanced. With this, you can actually you can capture all data and mentions that are occurring across the project. Your minutes, your agendas, and your whole series are captured. all of the attendees in these minutes can see their action items at a high level and can also close out tasks that have been assigned to them through the through the minuted meetings. You can have your project decisions and records on the one interface, which is a massive benefit. Something that we've all asked for throughout 2023 is correspondence, and it has had some minor features added at AU 2023. So correspondence is a feature that it's a storage location for all of your emails. Emails can be bulk uploaded to the interface. You can set privacy settings as well so that commercial emails are not visible to the other team members, not even to the project administrators can view these private emails. You also can search on decisions made on a project, which is another great feature. Another thing that we can mention here as well is Symetri have developed through our own tech as well a Navigate solution to further assist this, and it sits on top of Outlook. So when you're sending an email, you can decide which project you want to archive that email to, and it builds up your correspondence email archive system. So these are the updates for Design Collab, but Collab doesn't stop here. We move on to model coordination and just show what has happened on model coordination. So model coordination, as I've said before, is included in the ABC, and it has had some changes. It has the improved model viewing engine to allow the navigation of the largest detailed models. It has an advanced filtering which can assist on checking model designs. An example here would be that you could set a rule to see, I want to see the exhaust air ducting system of a particular type, and your clashes then can be assigned from there pretty easily.
I was going to jump in there and just say this is we find this is really useful for IFC models, because Revit models, obviously when you publish the model, you can effectively break it down into separate views to make that clash detection easier. But of course, with an IFC model, you just get that one model, and that's always proved a little bit difficult because you just get a large number of clashes against that one model. So with the advanced model browser, to be able to break that out into various components, you can include that in those, you know, sort of more traditional sort of search sets and class them together.
Yeah, it is a massive feature that has been added to the system. Another one is views. So these allow you to create specific federated models or single models. These can be now private or public views, and previously only ABC or ABC Pro users were able to view the federated model with their own license. Now you have the ability to save these views to docs so that they have they can use their Autodesk Docs license to view the federated model. This is just another great feature that the foundation platform Docs has that no other competitor can compete against. Clashes have advanced as well. With clashes, you have the ability to specify clashes that you want included in your clash matrix. Previously, once you have had a coordination space, any model that resided in that folder or in any of the subfolders would be clashed against. Whereas, and even their 3D views would clash against it. Now you have the ability to specify what models or views you want to run your clashes against, which avoids the big clutter of all your models, but also allows you to delve further into your coordination tasks. Issues across the entire ACC interface have had an excellent new upgrade. This is the benefit that when you're adding a pin to a model, a thumbnail option is presented where you can comment and mark upon, whereas previously what users would have to do is do a snipping tool and attach that as an attachment as an image attached to the issue. Whereas this, as soon as you create the issue, it prompts you to take a snapshot. Even existing 3D issue pins, when you can navigate around to get a better view of that issue and just create a snapshot. And these will be included in your issue report. So these are
yeah, particularly for the reporting. Yeah.
We've had customers asking, oh, why can't we get issue pins on? It has come across, but this is the ability to mark up where even when you take a thumbnail, we might not know where that issue is, whereas having the ability to add a markup to focus in on that particular clash or kind of issue that you want to present to the rest of the team. So just thanks for me to be able to present on what has been a great year of updates to Docs and Collaborate.